Good Polish-American relations have been a key part of Polish national security for decades. This doctrine is a cornerstone of Polish diplomacy. One man, however, threw a wrench into it all: Władimir Czarzasty, the new Marshal of the Sejm. The American ambassador to Poland, Tom Rose, announced that Washington would cut all contact with Czarzasty. We will have no further dealings, contacts or communication with the Marshal of the Sejm, Czarzasty, whose outrageous and unprovoked insults directed against President Trump has made himself a serious impediment to our excellent relations with Prime Minister Tusk and his government. The incident was sparked by the following words from Czarzasty. President Trump is destabilizing the situation in organizations like NATO, the United Nations and the World Health Organization by pursuing a policy of force and transactionalism. This means I will not support the nomination of Trump for the Nobel Prize because he does not deserve it. Marshal Władimir Czarzasty is a holdover from Poland's past close relations with Russia. Putting him in the position of Marshal of the Sejm is clear proof that Donald Tusk's coalition is keeping close contacts with Russia. The Americans don't like this very much. The Polish people themselves don't like it. If Marshal Czarzasty comes out and attacks President Trump, I'm not at all surprised that the Americans do not want to talk to Czarzasty. He is compromising and destroying relations with the United States. What's more, after Ambassador Rose's statement, Władimir Czarzasty doubled down and Prime Minister Donald Tusk went so far as to back him up, once again undermining Poland's alliance with the United States. Mr. Ambassador Rose, allies should respect, not lecture each other. At least that's how we here in Poland understand partnership. Not only does Sejm Marshal Władimir Czarzasty have problems explaining his social and business contacts in the East, but he is also demolishing Polish-American relations. During the communist era, the United States was the communists' greatest enemy. Times have changed, but the post-communist mentality of Czarzasty has not. The current ruling coalition has chosen such a Marshal of the Sejm, a man who does not understand basic diplomacy. Sejm Marshal Władimir Czarzasty has been on thin ice for some time now. He refuses to answer simple questions about his contacts with a suspicious Russian businesswoman linked to the Kremlin. Mr. Czarzasty, this whole situation is not about you. It is about the security of the Polish state. The question is fundamental. Why, for over 20 years, have you not undergone the procedure that allows you to obtain security clearances? Why have you not submitted a personal questionnaire? Why do you choose to resign from the Special Services Commission rather than obtain such a certificate? The questions are mounting, but instead of facing the truth, I have not been given any information about a threat resulting from my past. The Marshal chooses to evade all questions. Instead, he chose to lash out at President Karol Nawrocki, who convened the National Security Council for February the 11th. Among other things, the issue of Czarzasty's suspicious connections with people from the Russian establishment will be discussed there. Marshal Władimir Czarzasty's communist past is a problem. By highlighting various issues related to this, the president is raising an important point of doubt. Czarzasty, on the other hand, is responding by attacking the president very harshly, even brazenly.
I sam rzuca w kierunku Karola Nawrockiego oskarżenia, mówiąc o rzekomych podejrzanych kontaktach prezydenta ze środowiskiem pseudokibiców i osobami powiązanymi z przestępczością zorganizowaną.
Takie zagrywki to po prostu świadczą o małości pana.
Czarzasty himself makes accusations against Karol Nawrocki, talking about the president's alleged suspicious contacts with hooligans and people linked to organized crime. Such moves simply demonstrate the personal pettiness of Czarzasty. How did he become the Marshal of the Sejm? When he was elected, he paid homage to Prime Minister Tusk without saying anything about being the Marshal for all MPs, all parties, how he would try to conduct the proceedings. He just said that he would follow the line of Tusk's coalition, and that is indeed what is happening. Donald Tusk summoned Czarzasty, now the second highest ranked person in the Polish state, to determine a strategy to attack President Nawrocki. Should Władimir Czarzasty, as Marshal of the Sejm, publicly explain his Russian social and business contacts? Yes or no? That is what the services are for, first and foremost, and as I understand it, this is a matter for the services, and if there are doubts, the services should resolve them. In times of such great international tensions and hybrid warfare, any politician who has such complex and long-standing relations with the Russians should set off alarm bells in all types of services dealing with the security of the Polish state. After all, we should be 100% certain that the second most important person in the country makes these important decisions on his own behalf and is not subject to any influence from a hostile power. This certainty is glaringly lacking, and doubts about Marshal Czartoryski are growing. He has already lost the trust of the Americans and now has to explain several issues. What is at stake is not the Marshal's emotional well-being, but the national security of Poland.